Hey guys, it's Chaya, and I'm back with another episode of Naked. I haven't done that in a while. But my next series is going to be a meditation series where I want you to have the opportunity to really access certain feelings that I've learned to access over time. And before doing that, I want to take back the curtain and share with you a little bit about how I learned all this and, go a little deeper. We left off the last time, after a really horrible relationship that I was in. And instead of me going back and talking, maybe even timeline wise, I kind of want to give an overview. And as we go along, I'm sure there will be times where I'll be willing to go back to a specific situation and tear it open and share all the details. But for now, I want to give you the overview of what happened after that. So for those of you who don't know, I was in a relationship with a really bad narcissistic psychopath, which almost ended in my death or his. I was left at this moment with a choice, either I kill him or I kill me. Like, there's just no two ways out. And then I chose a different path. And I created a new way for myself of there is a way out, which is why I created the series Unstuck and Unstoppable, a series created literally to show you that there is a way out of every situation you're in. And what I want to give you a little overview is what happens after you come out of a situation where for 9 months, I was being beaten by a guy emotionally, mentally, spiritually, sexually. What happens? So the first few days after that, I remember not sleeping properly, having dreams, nightmares. I would see, just bloody stuff and scary stuff. And I was just so afraid of my own shadow. I couldn't even connect to people. When I tried to express what I had been through, it was just it didn't come out right. And I realized I don't want to express it to anyone. So I kept it inside and shut it out, locked the door, and threw away the key. So I began to medicate. I began to smoke so much weed, I couldn't see the road in front of me. I couldn't see where I was going. I couldn't think clearly. I didn't want to think because thinking hurt. And this year is actually beautiful because this year, my resolution for this year and what I'm focused on this year is those medicators, which have changed drastically. No more drugs, no more alcohol, no more weed, none of those kind of medicators, but all the other medicators that show up. So you might not relate to the medicator of, weed, for example, in particular, but maybe it's for you sex, or it's TV, or it's food, or it's work. There are so many different medicators. A medicator is something that you use that is supposed to give you a temporary fix, but you use it consistently to take you away from the moment you're in and from your brain actually focusing on something that you feel would be too much for you. Well, it took me years to realize, but I was medicating so intensely because that situation was huge for me. Also, don't forget that my childhood wasn't exactly the easiest. After growing up, as I said, with a rageaholic, an alcoholic, and all these beautiful stuff, growing up after that, and then going through a narcissistic relationship, at that point, I just kind of put a wall in between me and reality and just said, we're going to escape reality. It didn't work. But it did for a while. For a while, it was my savior. For a while, I was able to just disconnect and start to rewire my brain. And for that, I'm really grateful. So today, I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with the knowledge and the understanding that you might be medicating on some level. And I want to help you with the awareness. Open up your eyes. Just open up your eyes and notice. Am I medicating? Are there certain stuff I'm doing right now just to take me away from the fear of what will happen if I recognize this, or to take me away from any part of my reality? Are you in a relationship with a guy that isn't so good for you, and therefore you're smoking up a lot, eating a lot, binge watching, or any other format of medicating? When you medicate, there's this a hole in your stomach, almost like there's a hole inside of you. For me, it's in my stomach, that feels like it needs to be, and you need to do something. You feel compelled to do something. It can even be shop. It can be anything that you feel compelled to do, but not from like a gut feeling like this is a good thing to do. More like if you don't do it, the whole world will crash. You must do it. So I want you to notice it. Because you see, in these meditations, what I want to help invite is this feeling of it's okay. Everything is okay. And instead of us being upset and angry at this part, we're going to find ways to bring it to a power greater than us and say, listen, like, there's a part in me that does this, that feels compelled to escape the reality. Please help me. And we're going to also talk to that part and invite this beautiful feeling to that part of it's okay. It's okay to want to run, but it's no longer the way it used to be. And it's okay today. So, notice, how often does this part speak up in you? Do you not notice the part at all? Let's be curious to see. Let's be curious to really see. Where are you medicating and why? And how often? All right, guys. Like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.